Well, good evening. Aaron Mike here with Lively Legz Fly Fishing, and I love making videos where we go out with the guys or just solo films where go out and catch a lot of fish. But one thing that we never address, and a lot of people ask us about this, is what technique do you use when you're nymphing? And there's so many techniques, I don't even get into naming one. So because it just causes, controversy. They say if you're Euro nymphing and you're using split shot, that doesn't count. So basically my reply to them is I use the technique of nymphing to catch trout, okay? And that's what I want to explain a little bit what I mean by that. And I want to address more of the question because Andy and I got into this conversation last week about sight versus feel. And we get it all the time. Are you actually feeling those trout bite? Or are you actually seeing the trout bite? And that's what I'm going to address today in a couple different clips. Hang with me and hopefully catch a couple fish at the end, just put a little excitement to the video. But I think it is a very good debate and a good topic to cover if you're feeling the trout or you're seeing them. So stay tuned. I'm going to set up a couple little things and get right back. All right, the first topic that I want to talk about is gaining contact. And when I mean contact, you're in connection with your flies, you know what's going on and what they're doing and if anything grabs it. And so when I say gaining contact, I fish with a lot of guys that they cast up, there's so much sag in their line, they're not going to be able to see if a fish hits or feel if a fish hits. So I want to teach you I want to share with you, not necessarily teach you. If you're a newcomer, you might be very interested in this information. If you have some techniques you would like to share with me, I'm always learning myself. But when I say gaining contact, and I have this here, it represents my sighter line, and then obviously a very exaggerated tippet ring. And I'm going to pretend the stream is flowing from here, flowing this way. So as soon as you cast in, you make your cast upstream, you want to get in contact right away. And that means get that rod to straighten out that sighter, and you're like, oh, there you go, there's my nymphs, I feel them, I know what they're doing. There they are right there, okay? If you're one of those guys that don't get hits until like mid-drift or towards the end of your drift typically, it's because you have no clue what your flies are doing. I can guarantee you that. A ton of my hits, I would say 75%, come from the first 25% of your drift. So, from here until about here, not even in front of me or not down below me, as soon as you cast in, find your nymphs. That's the first thing I want to discuss. Get that line tight, and then we'll talk about angles and coming in and out of angles. But cast in, hurry up. Oh, there you guys are. I know what you're doing. You're in contact. That way, if a fish grabs right away, you know it. So that's the first thing to work on, is getting contact and saying, oh, I know what's going on underneath there. Okay, the second thing I want to address is complete contact. And this is when you try to maintain contact through the entire drift. You're never breaking in and out, and I'll explain a little bit later in the video what I mean by in and out. So I use this method, complete contact, when I'm fishing lower, shallow riffles, and I want to know exactly what's going on with my nymphs. I can feel them ticking over rocks. I can tell if something takes it. I know exactly what's going on. So when I say full contact the entire way throughout, and like I said, I do this mostly in shallow, faster water. So I'm casting in, lands up here, I gain contact, and I'm keeping contact. This is my water level, and my tippet ring's hanging just right at the top or just under a little bit, and I'm gaining contact, holding my rod will be up here, my sighter's at about a 45. I may drop it down lower a little bit when I'm in what I call complete contact, and I'm coming through the drift like this. And I know what's going on. So I'm casting up, hurry up, gain contact, and I'm coming through the drift right like this, keeping contact. And you watch, there is no way that a fish will grab this and pull on your flies without you feeling it. So when I get that question about are you feeling, are you seeing, it depends if I'm in full contact or what I'm going to call semi-contact. and I will explain semi-contact next. Okay, when I'm in semi-contact, and I'll show you in a second, what I mean by that is, or where, I should start with this, where I do semi-contact, come in and out of knowing exactly what my flies are doing, if the run is deeper or if it's slower, because I want to show you. But I always maintain that initial contact first. So cast in, I get that initial contact. And as it's coming down through, I'm going to manipulate my rod up here, just forward, and you saw what it did. It put a little tension, or a little slack, I should say, in my sighter line. I don't want it like this. There's no way. That fish would have to go feet, okay, before it actually straightened it out. So when I'm in semi-contact, I cast in, I get it tight, I find it. And then just by manipulating my rod forward or back, I can come in and out of contact. If I go forward, you know, and here you'll notice the angle is not that 45 or less, it's actually closer to a 70. Sometimes I'm even closer to a 90-degree contact or 90-degree angle and letting it in and out of contact. And then when something grabs it, sure, you're gonna see it twitch, okay? If something takes your flies and you're just out of contact, and the wind's blowing a little bit, but you'll get the idea. There, I'm semi-contact right now, straightens out. I know it's likely to be a fish. So, and why I do that is, in those slower deep runs, think about it. If you cast in, you gain your contact right away, you come out of contact. Well, what's going to happen? Your nymphs are going to sink, okay? And they're going to be coming along with the current. I'm barely out of contact, but I can come back in, say, hey, what are you guys doing? And then go back out of contact, back out, come in, say, where are you guys at? And then I'm watching the sighter. And there's where I feel the takes. Now, if you watch any of your videos, you'll see Ben in the background, hey, I saw that one. And I was out of contact, or whoever he was filming was out of contact because he saw that line. But if you were completely tight, you probably often saw me turn around and say, man, did that thing take it? It grabbed it so hard, I felt that one. So if you don't, I shouldn't say don't listen to people if they tell you if you're feeling a bite, you're way too late. That's just not, I can't fathom the process of that being true if you're in direct contact with your nymphs, because as soon as it takes, you're going to feel that bite and not see that bite. So I'm going to close it up with this next thing, and then hopefully catch a couple of fish here before I end the video. Okay, I just want to close with you know, what is a natural drift? We're all trying to achieve that natural drift coming down through, because obviously if you're pulling your flies way too fast, it doesn't look natural to the trout. They're probably not going to take it. But I want you to think about something. If you were walking across the stream and kicked up a rock and, I don't know, a size 12 March brown nymph started fluttering down the stream, well, due to its density and makeup, it is not going to sink to the bottom. It's going to float down whatever the speed of the current is, you know, just floating down through the water. But the way our flies are designed nowadays, unless you're fishing zero bead and ultralight, you're never going to achieve an exact natural drift. But you want to get as close to it as you can. So with the 3.3 or the 3.0 or even a 2.5 millimeter bead, if you kick that off a rock at the bottom, think about it. What's going to happen? It's going to sink to the bottom. Unless it's in like roaring, tumbling water, then it's going to, you know, go down the stream. So what you want to try to do is achieve the best drift that you can. It's never going to be perfect, but you want to make your drift as good as you can. So there's oftentimes, you know, when I cast in, I'm actually giving my nymphs a little ride, and I'm doing that by taking the rod and coming down the stream. Okay, you don't want to pull them so fast or get down real low and pull so fast that they're zipping down through the run. That's not what I'm trying to say, or not what I'm trying to explain. But there are times you need to get your flies moving a little bit by leading them with your rod. Okay, because flies naturally, if you cast in, especially sore water, it's going to sink. Okay, how do you get them going? You've got to lead with your rod, and that's where you want to maintain your contact right away. This is what I call full contact. And then you, as they're coming down, you can come in and out of contact. When I'm in full contact, I'm feeling. When I'm slightly out, I'm watching that to do this. okay, to straighten out. And that's going to happen if a fish pulls on it. So I hope you learned a little bit and you could try a couple things. And this is an evening, it's almost 6 o'clock, so I don't have much time to fish, but I would like to catch a couple on the video to add a little excitement. But if you have any questions or would like to share something with me, I love learning, and that's what it's all about, helping each other out, seeing each other be successful. And let's hit the stream. Okay, this is a semi-fast flowing run, so I'm going to cast it ahead, hurry up, establish contact, contact. And there he was. I was tight the whole time there because it's a faster run. I don't know if he'll hit again. I'm in contact. He did not take again. Contact. And there he is. Okay? These faster runs, I want to maintain my contact, or at least try to, as much as I possibly can. Okay? The slower ones is where you want to manipulate the, hurry up and get this up here. Get him in the water. He took the blowtorch. I'll give you a quick look at him. There he is. And I'm going to stop it for the release. Okay, I'm going to get this little guy released here. Nice little brownie. And there he goes. Okay, and I hope you could see that. That fish hit within seconds. So if I didn't hurry up, cast ahead of that run, get in contact like we talked about, the first time I missed him. The second time he hit again. But I was thinking direct contact as soon as it hit. I didn't even get a chance to start coming down through and manipulate my line, slightly in and out of contact. So the importance of maintaining contact or getting in contact right away, saying, oh, there's my flies, I know what they're doing, is key. Okay, nice little run, but I had the branch out over it, so I snuck out past the branch, cast up in, contact right away. Now I'm going to come out a little bit, back in. When I come out, I'm watching the sider. When I'm in contact, I'm feeling. I'm out right now, I'm watching. There he is. I saw that sider jerk because I was slightly out of contact there. Okay? Another one took the blowtorch. But I got in contact right away. Come back out. There he is. Nice little wild brown. There he goes. So I was in at first, coming down. I moved the rod up, get just that slight belly, saw that line tighten, and boom. Now Deeper's right there, so I'm going to come out. Okay, as soon as I came out of contact, it sank, and that's when this fish took it. Okay, just a little wild brownie. Took a little hot spot blowtorch. There he goes. Just like that. In and out of contact, baby. This is a fantastic spot to come in and out of contact with. Due to the water level, the speed, the depth. So I'm going to find them. Now I'm going to come out because it gets deeper there. I'm out, just slightly out. I'm watching that sider. And there was one hit it, I believe. Okay, I'm out. I'm going to find them. Now I'm going to come slightly out again. One hit it on the rise down there as I was lifting up slow. Okay, I came in and out the whole way down through there. Get this guy off. Took a little blowtorch. There he goes, got me in a little tangle. Very slow, deep hole. I'm going to cast in, out of contact right now, but I want to find them. Now I'm going to come back slightly out, back in, out, back in. And I'm moving my flies along. There's another fish. Okay, I was coming in and out, letting it sink. He took the double trouble. Actually, no, he didn't. He took the top fly, which is the hot spot. Or I'm sorry, the blowtorch. And there he goes. So, cast in, found contact, then I'm coming, moving my rod up a little bit, causes that belly, and I'm watching there. I'm not feeling there. I'm only feeling when I'm in what we talked about earlier, direct contact. Okay, this is faster up top. I don't know if you can see. So I'm going to gain contact as quick as I can. I'm going to cast up, find contact. I'm in. Now, and there he is. Remember we talked about that over 75% of my fish? Oh, I didn't have my reel tightened on. Oh, geez, it's in the water. Well, I'll have to wipe the sand out of that, I'm sure. He took, and he got me a little wrapped up here. He took the old blowtorch. I just laid my reel down, and what a gorgeous little trout. I'm sorry, my reel had a little grinding in it, and I think there was sand in it, and I obviously didn't put it back together quite well enough. That'll be the next video. How to properly attach a reel, because I don't know. Okay. Nice little run here. Cast at the head. Establish contact right away. We're still in contact. Now I'm going to go out because it got a little deeper there. And I'm watching that sider. Okay, and do that again. Cast at the head. Establish contact. Once it hits the deep, I'm going to go out. There I went out. Back in. And there he is. Okay? That one took the double trouble. And I'm probably going to close it out on this fish. This wasn't a video to come out and just slam. Come here, you old guy. There we go. Okay. What the heck? Okay. This wasn't a fish to just come out and absolutely slam trout by any means. Oh, let me get this guy released. And there he is. Beautiful little wild brown. And there he goes. So that's one thing. Just try it. Establish contact right away. Find your flies. There they are. Then slightly go in and out of contact. The faster it is, the more you want to maintain contact. So, and I think you'll find success with that. So thanks for coming along, and I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. If you have any tips, please share. I'm always willing to do and learn new things quickly. The setup was my 30-foot yellow mono leader, 10-foot syndicate 2-weight. If you're interested in any of our products, check us out at livelylegz.com, and be sure to follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and all kinds of things now. So hey, thanks again, and hope you enjoyed.